excitement, energy,
Oh, yeah. That fucked my ears.
I got it.
Well, hello there, wonderful fans and super nerds. Welcome to episode 33 of the Adventures in Novus podcast. We've all gathered here yet again to provide you with more excellent content as we continue to explore the mysteries of the ancient dwarven fort. We'll keep you down that hole. I don't know. It might even be a boat. If you failed your reroll from last week, feel free to roll again and see if you get a 10 or above on your D20. If you get a 10 or above, I command you, as your game master, to like, subscribe, and comment on whatever of the many platforms we are using and what you are listening with. 5-star reviews always go a long way, but enough of that. We know what you want, and we're here to deliver. Right after a recap from Baelthor.
I think with like and subscribe, if you roll, above a 10, but if you can roll a natural 20, I think you have to donate.
Yeah, donate to our Patreon.
Just one time, just donation, just throw $5, be like, I rolled a 20.
Or 500.
Which I think as a show of solidarity, Alexei should, because
I did roll the 20, so it does make sense that I now owe the rest of you
$500.
4/5 of $5. Of $5. So
$1 each. You can keep $1 too.
I keep one for myself.
Yeah, that's what I call motivation.
Oh, that sounds really great.
Afternoon of the 29th of Gosrin. I write this as I examine the runic markings on the floor of this pit. Well, no, I should start from the beginning, I suppose. The idea of a parent losing a child to the cruelties of Kalam puts a knot in my stomach. Fortunately, Crick was able to stabilize and heal the Cyclops child back to consciousness. The father Cyclops began the routine and justified annihilation of the Kalamian survivors and corpses, and despite our best efforts, we were unable to get the surviving mage to spill his secrets. The Anders duo shared some drinks with Father Cyclops, while the now conscious baby suckled from the teat of the mother.
Teeth.
Let's all have a good one.
Can't get away with that.
Word choice.
Going teats up.
Big giant mono boob.
No, there's 3.
3 of the tri boob.
The Total Recall.
Travis explored the ruins, and unbeknownst to the rest of the party, he gained an ethereal vision of the former inhabitants of the mountaintop, dwarves. The party managed to convince both Randolph the Orange and the Cyclops that the best option for the survival is to have them live and recover in or near the town of Betchland. Maggie and I then delved into the hatch, where Randolph had discovered a magical presence on the floor, and I now look upon the magical inscription. I wonder what secrets lay hidden in this filthy hole. Signed, Baelthor Mindweaver, eternal enemy of Kalam.
Very nice. Excellent recap, sir.
Baelthor, not my first stinky hole. Mindweaver.
Shit, I better not go in there.
I know what happens in devil's buttholes.
Oh my god. Was that the devil's butthole?
I've been there.
Well, technically the other side of it.
Okay.
Passing through the devil's butthole. A journey most unforgiving.
So Maggie continues to move away the filth and small animal bones and uncovers a circular disc similar to a manhole cover begins to appear. It's metallic blue in color, and Maggie notes that it's hard like steel, and all you see are 3 circles with an overlap in the center, similar to a Venn diagram, but it's only connected into the center.
Like one of those biohazard symbol kind of things.
Similar.
Yeah.
And you see a picture of a dwarf, a picture of a demon, and a picture of something that looks alien. And that's what you discover.
And it's magical in nature.
It is magical. And there is writing around each circle and around the outer circle as well. What languages do you speak?
Baelthor speaks Elvish in common.
Okay, so you don't understand either of these languages.
Good thing Baelthor is potentially prepared. He's going to stare at the magical writings, and he is going to cast Read Magic to try and decipher them, or at least their meaning.
So what exactly does read magic do?
You can decipher magical inscriptions on objects, books, scrolls, weapons, and the like that would otherwise be unintelligible. The deciphering does not normally invoke the magic. Once the spell is cast and you have read the inscription, you're thereafter able to read that particular writing without recourse to the use of read magic.
So with this spell, you can essentially know what the writing is because it is written magically or auto-magically even. We don't know. Around the dwarf and weird alien figure, it says in the same thing to your eyes. It says, prove your race around one side and prove your race around the other. Around the fearsome demon head, it says, prove your worth on one side and the other. And for the border around it, again, one side, one language, one side, the other, they both say time capsule.
Interesting. Could Baelthor get any more information about potentially how to trigger this with like knowledge arcana or spellcraft? Because he has those skills.
All right, roll a knowledge arcana to figure out more about this inscription.
25.
So with a 25, you can assume that this is a door or entrance of some sort, and a magical sequence must be completed to enter such door. You start to really look over the carvings, and you notice that they're all carved into this strong metal to provide the pictures I've described. But as well, in the middle, there is a bowl, and from each section, there's a path carved in to lead into this bowl. As you ponder the enigmatic puzzle before you, a realization dawns. Each section of the diagram must be completed to unlock its secrets. And you can only assume that some sort of offering is required.
And there are 3 sections that lead into the bowl, correct?
Yeah.
One for dwarf, one for alien, one for demon?
Yeah. It says prove your race around the dwarf and alien and prove your worth. Upon further inspection of the alien-like figure, you see it to be an amalgamation of all the Pathfinder races.
When Anders and his sword had the little like memory thing where he talked about being a Saurian and stuff like that, did he tell us any of that?
We were all there, I think. We all heard that.
We were there?
Yeah.
He's very loud.
Did he describe what they look like?
Well, because he said he looks like all of you. And he said it looks like a mishmash of all of you guys put together.
Interesting, okay.
So you
Yes.
might recognize
Yeah.
that from that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so he'll tell Maggie, wait here. And he's going to just sort of climb on back up out of the hole. Sort of like just poke his head up on top of the trapdoor. And where's the rest of everybody? Are they all mulling about?
Well, you see Anders throwing a fit that all the beer is gone. You see young Anders slowly moving away from an angry Cyclops that wanted the beer, or absinthe, I should say. You see an elf that is consoling the female Cyclops, and you see Randolph the Orange in the corner with the rest of the citizens.
Okay. Baelthor will call out to his companions then. Heroes of Feyhaven, you are needed in the filthy hole. And then we'll drop down.
Travis books it towards the hole and tries to like baseball slide into the hole and just drop down.
Acrobatics?
19.
So with a 19, you baseball slide into the hole and land on your feet in the bottom. And some of you might notice that Travis is a little bit more dexterous, agile, fleet of foot with his new rogue level.
Ooh, yeah.
I've got to have another one in here somewhere. Come on. Even my emergency one's gone.
Uncle, am I a hero of, what did he say?
Well, you'll be a hero if you find me a drink.
Okay, I will stay up here.
I'm supposed to go in this filthy hole. Hey, you guys got any ale down there? Do you see any casks, maybe?
I can make some.
Here, Travis.
No. Just get down here.
Oi. And Anders shall enter the hole.
Crick runs his hands through his long ponytail-style John Travolta hair and begins walking casually over towards... He stop, look around kind of confused like, one direction, other direction. No, this right. And he go back down into hole as well.
All right, classic meme. And you guys are all in the hole. You guys have all entered the hatch. You see the area where the prisoners were held. And you see in the middle, there is a manhole, which I've described before. And you see now everything that Baelthor has seen. Travis, you will notice, since you speak Dwarven, you will notice the Dwarven writing. Technically, Baelthor didn't know what language that was. He was just able to read it with magic and stuff.
So look here, and Baelthor will cast light on his staff just to further illuminate the area and use the staff to point out sort of the areas and explain how he believes this works. It looks like dwarven blood will have to be spilled here, and whatever Arturius was, his blood should be spilled here, I believe. And then perhaps demon blood here will unlock the secrets of this.
Why is it that you think that blood must be spilled in these things?
It says, prove your worth, and there's a basin, and there's like a path to the center. It's either that or urine.
Who smeared the shit all over the place?
I think that was the prisoners. We moved it out of the way. You can see Maggie's claws are just dripping and shit.
Travis is in the back. He's dropped trow. He's fluffing himself up. He's like,
Cut that out.
No, Travis doesn't. Does it have to be blood?
Because I'm halfway there.
No.
Check out my dexterity, guys.
Fucking Nick, man. Oh, fuck. That was good.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I did. No. While they're starting to.
Hold on a second.
Gotta get that image out of my head.
Okay. That was good.
Furious.
That was good.
Just like,
Jesus,
Like it was Redemption Day.
Jesus fucking Christ.
it's the only way to save the world.
Oh, my face hurts. Oh, fuck, Nick. That was good. Where did that come from? That was good. That was good. A plus.
Where does that come from?
There's some Patreon content there. Just cut together all of the stuff we cut out that's inappropriate and just call it the
inappropes?
Yeah, the explicit cut.
If you want to pay for our raunchiness.
Yeah. And these terrible, but great jokes. $5 a month.
Damn gaming after hours.
Damn, son.
It's good.
Anyways, after Travis has finished putting his pants on,
As they've been chatting, Travis is going to walk up, and he's not going to say that he can read anything here, but he starts running his hand over all the runes and everything on his side of the stuff. So following the lines with his finger and kind of feeling the bowl and everything like that, and touching everything and just kind of exploring. So perception?
Sure, you can do a perception on it.
21.
It's a metal like you've never really seen before. You brush away another small animal bone to inspect it even closer, and you just notice the perfection of everything. How it looks almost machined in a way, like laser inscribed into a metal that you have not encountered before.
The craftsmanship on this is astounding.
I just realized something. There are a lot of small animal bones all over the place. I never really asked why. Is there anything else in this hole?
The animal bones were only around the area that you cleared.
I mean, how long have these people been in here? Maybe they've been eating.
No, we know they not be here that long because they only go after Cyclops in the last little while.
So that means something else was living here and eating small animals?
Can I roll a perception check for, like, perhaps any holes in the wall or something that something may have burrowed through?
Yeah, you can check the scene.
Ooh, that's 28.
So you go around the room, and although it looks like it's underground, you can scrape away old filth on the walls and discover it is the same kind of stone that's up above. You kind of kick some dirt away here and there and some muck away here and there, and you see that this is all in fact a big stone room with no mysterious entryway.
Nothing of note in the walls. All right.
Is the trap door, does it seem part of the structure?
Yes.
So what was the purpose of this room then?
So, 3 things written in Dwarven, alien, which language we don't know, and is other language or just 2 language?
There's just 2 languages.
And the 3 things they say are prove your race, prove your worth, and time capsule.
So around the manhole itself, it says in 2 languages parallel to themselves, time capsule. Around the dwarf and the alien, it says prove your race. Around the devil or demon or evil thing, it says prove your worth. But you actually can't read any of that, but I'll assume Baelthor passed the message along.
Yes.
And Baelthor can also say something that's very important, is that they both say the same thing.
Baelthor, perhaps you are correct with this blood for these basins, bulls. Mayhaps dwarven and demon. What is Maggie?
Maggie is extraplanar. She would not qualify.
But maybe perhaps demon head is demon. Anders, do you still have?
Yes, I do. And open up my pick and grab the head.
Maybe you put small piss into this one side. First, Crick wishes to look at these languages. They're a bit familiar because he's seen them before, but he don't quite know them. He wishes to roll linguistics.
Yeah.
Terrible. 13.
So with a 13, you definitely recognize one of the languages is Dwarven, but you can't make heads or tails of it. So you know for sure that one language is Dwarven. And for the second language, something is eating away at you. Like, you almost feel like you've seen it before. But with the 13, I'm going to need you to roll an intelligence check.
13.
So with another 13. So you feel like you've seen it before, but you can't quite place the similarities.
These familiar, but not quite certain what these ones are. Maybe we put bloods of this head into the one, but I don't know what to do with these dwarven.
Danny can also roll an intelligence check.
Not that smart. That's a 13.
Okay, so both of you aren't really making connections with what you've seen before with this strange writing.
Travis notices that everybody's examining these runes, and being able to obviously read Dwarven, he's going to pull out an arrow from his quiver on the back and make a quick little slash across his palm. And
Okay.
walk over to the pool where it sort of leads down into the main pool where Baelthor indicated that you'd have to put the blood.
Yeah.
And he's going to drop some in and go, maybe this might do something. And kind of squeeze some blood out.
Well, Baelthor will look at him, I guess, and be like, no, I don't think you understand. I believe that one needs dwarven blood.
You taking a cut in yourself like Crick?
Well, he's a strong leader.
Crick nod approvingly.
Yeah, so Travis just continues to squeeze his hand and lets all the blood come and drop down into fill that spot.
Okay, you don't respond to Baelthor?
I look at him and I go, I want to try something.
All right. So Travis steps forward, offering the blood of his hand into the dwarven carving. As the blood trickles into the carving, a faint yellow glow emanates from the dwarf's figure, pulsating with energy. The once static image comes to life, and the middle bowl fills about a third of the way.
Perhaps I read the inscription wrong.
Oh, very good, Travis.
It says prove your race right there, right?
Yes,
Yes,
but dwarven.
this not make quite sense, but good work. This other one, saying alien or demon? Maybe you use Anders. You still have head, yes?
I'm just still trying to figure out what just happened here. I mean,
Yeah, perhaps we should
Little-
not move on from what just happened.
I'm a little gobsmacked here. Travis,
Yeah, mate.
I mean,
That is a dwarf in the carving.
And I'm a dwarf in here too. Surprise, true fucking story.
Oh, yes. Ha 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 ha.
Wait, what?
No, not a,
What you
not a
mean?
Well, I don't know how much Baelthor might have heard, but I told a story back when we were just getting together, just getting to know each other about changing. I look in a different way and going through an experience and some witch, some woods woman, I don't know, something. I got plunged into darkness, and when I came to, I looked in this form, like this human, but, it's true that I lived in the Advent and everything like that, but I'm a dwarf. Nice. I always was. I grew up in the North Adavan. We had a village, about 28 dwarfs. I just didn't know if I could tell anybody because I was scared about what people think about dwarves. And you've seen how they torture people and ostracize them and stuff like that. So I don't know what it means, but I had to find out what would happen when I activated this thing.
Oh, very interesting, Travis.
And Travis will go over a little bit about what he had seen in that image above too. He's like, this used to be a fort, and I would go over the sounds that he heard and the people that he saw. Dwarves lived here. I don't know how long ago it was, but ever since we've been wiped out, they say 300 years ago, when Clam came and wiped everybody out, we had to escape to the forest, is what I was told. So that's where I grew up.
Are there any more of your kind left?
Yeah, when I left, there was about 28 people in that village, including my dad.
And we have found the remains of other dwarves that Killam destroys and uses for their purpose.
Yeah, we found those notes on those Clam soldiers in the woods, and it indicated another dwarven location possibly that I didn't even know about.
This is why you're especially interested in these things, I think.
Yeah, of course. I didn't try to give anything up, but my dwarven heritage may have shone through at times, but actually now what I'm thinking about it, Baelthor, you said you saw some dwarves down in that Valley of the Lost place.
I did.
How many were there?
2.
Travis then goes in and pulls out his journal and goes to the front page and he makes 2 more ticks. He was 30.
And obviously we notice.
Yeah, no, he's not hiding it. You guys know what's going on now, but
The ticks are the dwarves.
that's how many I know are alive, yeah.
I see.
Terrible to note that those ticks are the only ones you know that are alive.
But I have hope that there's more now, because you've found more. I know there's possibly this other dwarven settlement, small encampments. They got to keep hidden, of course, but...
Sure, and even the ones that we find Killam has found, these perhaps at least tell us there are more of these peoples.
Yeah, give some hope. But anyway, that's obviously why I knew this might do something. We got that demon out, we can activate more, but I don't know what to do about that alien thing. I definitely can't read that.
I have one idea with this. Anders, your sword friend, he no like demon. Maybe he know about demon.
Oh, we can see what the sword knows. And the showing sheath, Artie.
What are we doing? Did we kill that wizard? What happened with that?
Well, yeah, the wizard died. Not by our hands there, unfortunately.
Next time.
You can see Crick reach over and kind of pull out a vial and shake it.
Hey, he's got it, that son of a bitch! He's got some! Gonna make a little taste of that. Just a little sample.
He just wants to rub it in his
Nice
gums.
little sample for Artie.
Yeah, we're having a look around here at some things we don't quite understand. Maybe it's more your type of thing. Your scene here, maybe.
What do you want? I'm not a puzzle master.
The way you described your people, it leads me to believe that, is that your people there?
I can't see shit.
You said
I'm a sword.
you said you were a mishmash of all of us.
Yeah.
Like, kind of elfish ears and shorter and all kind of, yeah.
When I look at you guys, each one of you, I see a piece of a Sovian. It's crazy, except for you.
Yeah. Hey, Artie, I'm a dwarf.
What?
Yeah. I don't know, I just play it off like that. Because I don't like to get into it, but,
I said I can't see shit. Then I just
I know.
And he
I
also
was
said,
just
and
gonna
then I
follow
look
you
at, but it's.
And I-
I think
but I
that's
look at
part
you.
of Artie,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
I don't think it's a problem
Yeah.
at all.
He can see essences.
What?
He's-
I can't see shit. Also, I just saw that stuff and it looks like this.
That's Artie.
So it sounds like you were saying the dwarves lived a long time ago, like, and that's the only other race. So maybe I'm a descendant of something that was back then, like you are.
Yeah. Back then, there were only dwarves and Sovians, and we worked together against the dark. But it's all a little still foggy to me.
Where did the dock come from?
The sky
Oh,
and
not
all
un-
around.
Not underground. Because the dwarves came from underground.
Yeah, the dwarves were digging to save us Sovians, and I had to hold them off. And I was in a canyon, and I was kicking ass with those wizard powers.
Okay.
Then I woke up as a sword.
So that would lead us to believe then this manhole runic thing here is a representation of that unity. Dwarf, Sovian, and their common enemy, demons or darkness.
Sure.
Do you bleed, sword?
I make bleeding, and I bathe in it.
Perhaps you should place him in the basin.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Why not?
Good idea. I think, if nothing else, it's worth a shot, yes.
If this is all right with you, Artie, I mean, you know, you have agency. You are a sentient being.
Just put me down slow.
Anders takes the blade and he approaches the what is it, like a basin, right? And he takes the tip of the sword and runs it around the rim of the basin, nice and slow.
Makes that like fork on plate sound.
And then we go in, we insert, we penetrate the basin.
No insertion points, but you do ring it around.
It's a hole.
Yeah,
A hole's a hole.
and nothing glows, and nothing happens.
Oh.
Crick wishes to use magic device skill to try to understand this and make it activate.
Okay.
22.
With a 22, you don't gain any knowledge about this magical device.
Crick not quite sure exactly how this work. Anders, maybe try this piece of demon. Crick not sure.
I shall use Artie to slice off a piece. We were saying.
Sure.
Yeah, great idea. Let's go.
Yeah, I knew you'd be down for it. Anders shall take Artie and slice off, just like it's a piece of ham at the deli.
That's
It's gonna
great.
slice off a piece of the demon neck, and we take that meat and we shove it into the hole there. And then I take Artie and I ram it in. You know, I keep ramming him into the meat,
Wow.
vigorous like.
So Anders offers the blood of the demon's head with a little fillet of neck and some stabbing from Artie.
You got to excite it to get the blood out. It's
Yeah.
all meat, you know.
And as the blood merges with the carving, a surge of energy courses through it, and yellow radiant light begins to dance around the demon carving. And again, it seems to come to life with this energy as the bowl fills up 2/3 of the way.
If I recall, the elevator was also yellow light.
You are correct.
Yes.
A radiant yellow light.
Perhaps Artie just needs to spill blood.
The other part of this thing is prove your worth, yes?
That was the demon one,
That was the demon part, yeah.
which we've done.
Oh, prove your race and prove your worth were two separate
Yes.
ones?
Prove your race, prove your race, prove your worth.
So you need
Two prove your races.
Yeah.
Yes.
the Sovian and the dwarf,
Okay, and there's also prove your worth.
which is a
Which is
demon,
the demon.
Which means you have to have slain a demon.
which he did.
Oh, okay. So we need to somehow have
Prove the Sovian worth. Perhaps, Anders, in order to pull Artie's essence out from that sword and into that third basin, you need to cut someone with him.
We got any volunteers?
Um,
Oh, maybe we do.
Crick is used to these sorts of things. I think it'd be okay for Crick to volunteer another scar. Ancestors would be proud.
You want me to do it, or you want to do it yourself?
No, I believe this your weapon.
I've always wanted to do this. Like, I've been looking at him, and I just thinking, what would it be like to cut him?
Where do you want it?
Crick, hold out the right arm, but he pull up sleeve, so it up towards bicep, and he kind of flex a couple times. He hold down below and kind of make veins pop a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Please, Crick, okay with this? Please go ahead. We try this, yes? Ancestors, they like.
All right, Crick, you ready?
Yes, he flex hand multiple times. Please, go ahead. Big smile. But again, mask on. No one sees smile.
All right, roll for attack.
Anders takes
Critical.
Takes a swing.
Anders takes Artie and he cocks him way back. He winds him way up. Like he's gonna take a giant swing.
And Crick's dead.
Just kidding. And he takes it and he just runs it along his arm.
Yeah, there's been a lot of blood today. I'm really enjoying this.
Blood starts coalescing down arm. It go towards Crick hand and into palm, and he let drip into basin.
So as the blood drips into the final key of this puzzle, The image gradually starts to come to life with each drop. And the amalgamation of races glows yellow now as well with the same effect. The bowl is now 3/3, or some might even say full.
3/3. Nice.
I'm a pessimist.
And the rest of the whole carving comes to life with yellow light. The border, the empty spaces, everything starts to glow and gets brighter, almost as bright as the sun. And with a resounding click, the puzzle door, glowing with the light, begins to shift and disappear. From left to right, up or down, it depends where you are. You want to see what's in the hole? You're just going to have to listen to the next episode. That's what I thought the Cliffy was going to be.
I thought that might be it. I'm like, that's not quite the right.
We're doing 3 episodes? We got so much time.
Enjoy that 15-minute episode. So, the magical door disappears into the ground itself, and the yellow radiant light disappears, and you see water.
I can't swim.
Whatever is down there, it's completely flooded.
Travis, can you turn this into booze? We'll drink our way out of it.
It'd be much easier to drink water than booze, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And it's completely flooded. By the way, Travis and Crick, please roll a d4 to see how much damage you took from the blading.
1.
Okay, you guys
Also
are cheaters. So, mark it down. This might be important for my dream of one of you dying. But yeah, you've encountered a flooded area. What are you going to do about the water? So it's a 3-foot diameter hole.
So it's tight. That's a tight hole.
Very small. Yes. Anders might have trouble with this.
It's a 5-foot diameter hole.
Okay.
Okay, and is it dark down there, or is any of the light that's emanating?
Well, you have low light from the hatch opening, but Danny did mention bringing out a torch, and if you put said torch over the water,
I cast light on my staff.
or cast light on his staff even, you would see a ladder going down into it, and you can make out it's about 10 feet deep.
I could send Maggie down there. Perhaps there's a way to drain the water.
Why don't I just go down, have a look around?
Sure, if you feel confident with this, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this was a dwarven fort, so maybe I might even be able to see where it indicates something of importance.
Good idea. We will be here behind you if you need anything.
And I can see in the dark, but maybe one of you guys could cast light on something I'm holding.
Sure, I can do that. But I will send Maggie down with you, just in case.
Okay, sounds good.
So how long can you hold your breath for?
It's based off your constitution score,
Yeah.
essentially.
28 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 rounds. Wow. That's like 2 minutes.
Standard or full round action. The remaining duration of that character can hold her breath is reduced to
Okay,
1
so
round.
move actions don't count.
Correct,
against
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So basically it's like if you're fighting and stuff underwater.
Sure, if you're exerting yourself past just moving.
And you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to twice your con score.
Yeah.
And after this period of time, the character must make a DC 10 con check every round in order to continue holding their breath.
Right.
Each round the DC increases by 1, and when you finally fail, you begin to drown. So first you fall unconscious, then you drop to -1 and are dying, and then third round you drown.
Sure. But that's a significant jump if you're full HP to
Yes.
failing the 1.
Yep.
Boom, -1.
But like you would say you have 28 rounds plus
Maybe a couple.
probably 3 or 4 more rounds
Sure,
of
depending on
con checks. Yeah.
And at that point, I would have a guesstimate maybe of how long I could hold my breath. I don't know. Some people know.
Yeah.
But then we could tie a rope to me basically, and if there is something to explore, just go out and then just pull me back.
Yeah. Well, Baelthor has, if he used rope to get down to this hole, he probably has
Well, there's
at least
the-
10
there's the
or
ladder.
40 feet of.
I have
so
so much rope
to tie it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
can.
that's a good idea too, actually.
Yeah, that's
what
Nick's
I'm
idea.
saying.
But yeah,
Okay.
we should tie it to you, and then I'll send Maggie down as well. I don't need to tie anything to Maggie because I could just unsummon her if something
Sure.
happens.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the rope just kind of dangles.
I don't. Yeah, she doesn't need to have a rope.
Sure.
She's got no armor, so she should be fine.
3 quick tugs. I'm just playing with it.
This is masturbating again.
I want to know what it's like underwater.
2 shakes are okay. The
It's
third
worse.
one, that's you playing with yourself.
2 shakes counts as an action. Oh no, I'm losing hair. I'm exerting myself.
Yes, Travis, very good idea. And as well with Baelthor sending Maggie. I wish to cast a spell first. And Crick will cast Detect Magic down below.
So, Crick, as you detect magic and you fully take the time to continue feeling it and studying it, you can actually feel the entire layout of the room below you. You feel magic in the walls, you feel magic in the ceiling, and you feel magic on the ground. And you can surmise that it's about a 2,000 square foot room that you can almost see like an X-ray through the ground with your detect magic spell. You detect that it's all the same strange aura, just like Artie's sword, that mysterious magic that you can't quite place. And it is a strength like you've never felt before.
Friends, very powerful magics are down here. Crick not quite understanding them, which in itself is very strange. They are same kind of magics as Artie here, but something powerful.
Does that mean we're gonna have another blabby sword on our hands?
I'm not sure we find other sword, but good thinking, Anders. Maybe something connected to Artie, yes.
Either way, there are secrets buried down there.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm eager to look around.
All right, Travis. So how do you prepare for going into the hole?
Okay, so Travis wants to make sure that he's going to tie some rope around, so if the kind of the unthinkable happens or he gets into any danger, he can give that a quick tug and they'll yank him back. Maggie's coming down too. Baelthor's given me light. I bring out maybe a coin, gold coin, or copper.
Sure, do you want something perhaps it's on you or something you can throw?
Oh,
It could be anything. It could be your shirt. It could be an amulet. It could be a ring. It could be your glasses. Do you wear glasses?
But also, perhaps if you're going into water, maybe take off things you don't need for this quest.
yeah, travel light a bit. Okay.
So what do you want me to cast light on? I'm not casting light on that.
You know, as an example,
Get
you don't
out my
want to
hand.
you don't want to dive in with your bow and arrow because that's actually
be
going to
useless.
ruin your bow, or at least the string and things like that. Like, are you going to get rid of your armor and everything? Like how?
That would
because
make
also
better
you're going to
swing
get better.
checks.
Exactly. So like, what level of this do you want it to get to?
Travis will get down to his skivvies.
So fast.
It's like
Crick
that's
will
one
help so that it goes quicker for him.
Everything is a tearaway.
I'm gonna call it Velcro.
Yeah.
Dwarven buttons. Yeah, no. So Travis will get down to like his undergarments and get ready to tie the rope around. He's gonna. What would I bring? That would bring. Would a cloak of resistance? Yeah, it would slow me down. I wouldn't do that.
Put it on you. It doesn't matter if you don't want to have it on anything.
Okay, yeah, like my fingernail that I can point forward.
Sure, why not? Just cast light on his fingernail.
You're like ET now.
Yeah.
And for that matter, you can still wear your cloak and things. Like that's not slowing
want
you
to get
down.
him wet.
That doesn't get the armor check. That doesn't matter.
It
He gets
doesn't-
wet all the time.
It's fine to get wet. I'm just, you know, it's specifically like armor and weight.
I just thought it was roleplay. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine too if that's what you're doing. I'm just, you know,
For practical reasons, Travis will keep his cloak of resistance on. How about that? Just in case he has to find any traps, anything down there that he has to, save himself from. So Travis will descend into the hole with the intention to go down, and I'll pick a direction, swim that way kind of as far as I can, and then if I see what I see, come back if I need to, and then kind of come up the air in between and explore the 4 cardinal directions first, and kind of map out what I can see, and I guess you can tell me what I find along the way.
And like I said, Maggie will join you as well. So once he dives in, Maggie will join. Although she's not a very good swimmer, apparently.
I do have dark vision too, of course, so...
does she breathe air?
Yeah. I know, I had to check that. I was like, oh, maybe she doesn't breathe air. She does. She just doesn't eat or sleep.
so Travis goes in for a dip in his skivvies and his cloak and floats down into the hole via ladder and wants to go swim around with his light finger and look around and see what's down there. And then Maggie goes down as well. I need to know what exactly Maggie is doing. Is she going down to the ground? Is she trying to float? What's she doing?
Maggie will swim with Travis.
With Travis.
And essentially her goal is to look at stuff and be Baelthor's eyes down there because she can communicate across any distance. So she'll describe things he sees and perhaps Baelthor can give with Travis, because Travis is a dwarf apparently, and whatever, maybe he can say stuff to Maggie, they can say it to Baelthor, he can think about it and whatever, act as like a knowledge arcana from up here, basically.
Okay, so you guys swim around, not coming into contact with any walls or any ground. And all around you, you see the walls are made of that otherworldly blue metallic metal that no one can identify. And it shimmers eerily in the flickering light from your finger. You can see that the walls are carved in elaborate carvings and vibrant frescoes. Each stroke seems to be influenced by the divine hand of a god. Holding his breath under the water, Travis points his lighty finger from wall to wall to wall and spins around. And you see that every inch of the walls seems to tell a story. You see a world brimming with life where people and creatures thrive in a paradise of lush forests and serene waters. But as you follow the carvings, the mood shifts dramatically. Darkness encroaches, depicted by swirling shadows and grotesque demons, their malevolent forms bringing death and despair. These demonic figures, twisted and fearsome, are the harbingers of chaos, casting the world into a period of intense suffering. You keep turning and looking with the light of your finger, and gradually the darkness begins to lift. The demonic presence fades, and life starts to return, but slowly and tentatively, as if recovering from a deep wound. You keep turning, and the cycle continues, an endless loop of creation and destruction, life and death, etched into the strange blue metal to serve as a grim reminder. The artistry is so vivid, you almost feel the weight of time and the eerie presence of the divine warning you of a delicate balance between light and dark, life and death. And that's what you're able to see for as long as you can hold your breath underwater with your light finger. Roll a perception check.
12.
12.
Natural 20.
A natural 20 for Meg.
Natty, natty.
I pictured sort of Maggie sort of relaying all this as we're seeing it back to Baelthor.
Yeah.
And he sort of has like his book open and he's sort of like trying to sketch out this like progressive mural.
He's like a fax machine.
Like a, yeah. Panoramic view.
Baelthor, the world's first fax machine. Maggie.
So Maggie rolled a fatty natty, and what do you get with your modifier there?
That's a total of
26.
26. So Travis is just in awe of what he's seeing with his illuminated finger, but Maggie notices something different. She notices a symbol coming up over and over again. Does Maggie have a religion check?
She does not.
She does not. So Maggie will notice this symbol that came up over and over again, and she relays to Baelthor that it looks like a comet.
Anders, there's a symbol of a comet down there. It's repeating over and over through time. It may be religious in nature. Do you know of it?
Comet, you say? Let me think on that. That's a 16.
So Anders will remember, even with a little bonus, because he's seen something like that before. It is the spiraling comet of Pharasma.
That's this. It must be the spiraling comet of Pharasma.
And just then, Travis and Maggie must come up for air after investigating the dark hole.
My butthole blocks the light, guys.
What?
Destroy Derek with that.
Yeah, Maggie comes up sick.
He tried it multiple times.
It's really wet down there. I saw a mural. It was. I saw it started with the sort of the birth of creation and everything like that, and there was so much life and everything was vibrant and diverse, and then you go around and this darkness came and it plunged everything into darkness, but then it repeated itself. It felt very cyclopsy.
Cyclopsy.
It seems as though this is repeating again now, is it not?
So Anders, knowing that this is Pharasma, and with previous knowledge that you have of said issue, You remember that Pharasma makes no decision on whether a death is just or not. She views it all with a cold and uncaring attitude and decides of which of the outer planes a soul will spend eternity. Pharasma is the goddess of birth and prophecy, and according to some texts, Pharasma is the oldest being in creation, the sole survivor of the previous multiverse's destruction.
Well, that's some heavy shit, man. You have a podcast just talking about that? We'll get Neil deGrasse Tyson on and he can shut down all our interesting theories.
We are all a simulation. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Actually,
Are you relaying any of this to the rest of us?
Indeed, I will. That Pharasma, she's an old one. She's been around the block. Quite possibly even older than I am. She's the goddess of birth and prophecy, she is.
You say she's old as even you, but Anders, you're not that old. Even with these extra hundreds of years, this not that long in all time of gods. What exactly you mean by old?
Well, you don't know. It's just kind of been sticking recently. I've been trying to tell everybody I'm not old. I'm not old, damn it.
No, not you. Pharasma. How old Pharasma?
Oh, yeah, well, she's older than the beginning of time. I guess you could say pretty old.
So it seems as though this cycle has happened forever with different peoples in different times. Perhaps we are in this again.
And maybe that's what wiped out Artie and everybody. Maybe that's what they were digging down for.
Is there a way to break this cycle? I would prefer not to die.
Sounds awful doom-like, too.
And there was nothing else down there.
Indeed.
I'm surprised that a room with pictures on the walls was hidden in this way.
Yeah, maybe that's the... Because you said it said time capsule.
Yes.
So, is it just the knowledge of the time?
What do you mean by time capsule?
That's roughly what this... And he points to the magic inscription. This is what it reads like. I can't speak the language, but it's a magical inscription, so my spell was able to somewhat translate it for me.
Maybe the sword knows more now that we have this additional context of him being possibly from a previous universe.
Anders, maybe not bad idea for you to bring Artie down there.
Well, he can't see, can he?
We don't quite know. He say see, he say no see, but sometimes he see.
Well,
I don't know, I just say maybe.
I tell you what, I'm not getting in that water, sorry. But what we can do is maybe tie a rope to him and then we can just dunk him in there.
Crick not afraid. Please, hand me Artie. If Artie is okay with Crick holding for a moment, he bring down.
Well, like I said, he's got full agency. Let me bring out Artie. Let's see what he thinks. You want to go for a swim with your Uncle Crick?
No.
Would you prefer if we tied a rope to you and dunked you down into the water?
No.
Artie, maybe you come with Crick. We go look for very interesting things. Perhaps demons there? Maybe we find secrets to destroying all demons in world.
You telling me there's a possibility of more demons?
I say not huge possibility, but maybe possibility.
Well, you promised me at least 2 more cuts.
Deal.
Okay. Let's go.
Hey, with blood.
Yeah. I'm
The
kind of
swords
tired of Flanders anyways.
One cut now, one cut after we done.
Okay.
Okay, deal.
Yes.
And Crick pull up the same spot on right forearm, right bicep, sorry. Please, he really wish this scar show good for ancestors.
Yeah, I can do that.
Same spot. Go ahead.
You gotta do it for me. I can't do it by myself.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Anders, if you would please.
If I must, here we go.
Yeah. Not quite demon, but he's kind of demon-y, Look at his mask and that weird hair. I'll take it.
Second cut is the deepest.
And roll a d4 for damage.
4 days.
Yes.
And the infections in the water. Let's go.
This might leave good scar for ancestors. Crick approve. Crick take off most things. He don't wish to bring down papers and scrolls and these things.
Yeah.
But he go down. He wear robes still. Robes no problem.
Mask?
Mask no going.
Okay.
Once all this done, he Baelthor, maybe you cast light on this Artie.
I can do that. He will cast light on Artie.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this. Look at me, Mr. Artie, the light.
Artie, you doing good. Let's go.
Yes.
Someone have a rope?
Yeah,
Try too nice.
There's
Crick?
a ladder there.
Yes, but once Crick starts swimming,
Travis will untie the rope that was around him and offer it to his leader, Crick.
thank you very much, Travis. This is good.
I can explain sort of where the mural starts and stuff like that, where he wants to see.
I will send Maggie down again with you. I have an idea.
Thank you, Baelthor. This might be good. I don't have much fear, but maybe Crick understand these things. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're going to enter the hole with Artie.
Yes.
And Baelthor is going to send Maggie down there, but this time he is going to cast Read Magic on Maggie, because Eidolons can have any spell that Baelthor can cast with a target of you can be cast on his Eidolon. So if there's any magical inscriptions down there for the next 40 minutes, she'll be able to read it.
All right. So Crick.
And Crick will cast Detect Magic before he goes down as well. Same sort of ideas.
Yeah. And where do you go once you enter the hole? Are you just going to float around and do the same thing that Travis did?
Similar, but he wishes to look at all sides of the entire cavern.
So you will detect magic, and Maggie will try to read magic. So for Crick, you detect Artie as magic. You detect the walls and ground and ceiling as magic. But there's no different kind of magic that you detect. Only an overwhelming sense of power that you have not felt before, like ever. And when Artie comes down with you,
He's just like, holy shit. Some things are coming back to me. Oh, when I was in the pinch point with all that wizard power, no matter how many I killed, there was just more and more and more. But the town, it was able to evacuate. I was a hero. And then darkness. But I remember someone found me. A very powerful Sovian wizard came up to me, and he didn't raise me from the dead. He put me into this sword. He's not wanting to waste this powerful essence, he said. I was so powerful. And when he transferred me into the sword, there's more power in me than I thought. Whoa, it's kind of coming back to me, but I think powers are yet to be unlocked inside me.
and all of a sudden, a little spark of lightning goes up and down the sword.
Yeah!
And Artie has a D3 electric damage added to his sword.
I like it.
And
Write it down.
Rick
Nice
and
call.
Maggie are electrocuted and being completely submerged in water.
That is dope. 1d3, you said?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Travis didn't get any lightning powers.
His figure was up his butthole
Crick
too much.
gains lightning powers too. Writing it down.
I can fought thunder, sonic damage.
Yeah.
Standard action provokes attacks of opportunity.
I can't see anything though. My DM only lets me see when he wants me to see stuff, so I can't really say what's going on. And that's all I remember for right now.
Okay, Crick finished swimming around. He look around, try to understand these things. He no have knowledge of religion. He try linguistics. I doubt this work.
There are no words down here at all. It is just a painting, a story of life on the walls that someone from very long ago wanted to preserve and tell to someone as if they knew that it was necessary.
He think back and try to remember of his readings of knowledge history. 25 on knowledge history.
Well, I can give you a bit on that. It was a 25, but it's
Quite the right one.
yeah, it's still more about religion, where you would have learned that along with Yog Sorthoth, Pharasma became one of the anchors of creation. And between Pharasma and Yog Sothoth, The age of creation began with the birth of the great beyond. So something is tied into the birth of the world, the end of the world, and you know that there has been a destruction of the multiverse. Gods have been born anew, and you're just reading things into cycles, life and death, your own knowledge of the doom, what you've been afraid of. You can tie the doom into this. This seems to be a story of doom. Things are starting to connect in Crick's mind, but he still doesn't
It
fully
makes sense
understand.
with new beginnings, new endings for dooms. Dooms is also new beginnings after dooms, so it makes sense, sort of, for even though he's not quite understanding exactly the significance or the details, but he started to understand.
It's the big rip, or the great rip, or whatever the hell they call it. Heat death of the universe. And it collapses in.
Yeah, exactly. And the snake eating the snake, infinity, and so on.
Ouroboros.
And just with the time that you're allowed to breathe underwater and kind of gleam what you're able to gleam, you would have to get rid of the water to truly inspect anything under here further.
Okay, we spend next 2 months just scooping out waters. No.
Create a siphon with like some hose.
Do a Arcana check.
I was actually just gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Can I do it through Maggie if she describes it to me?
I'm the one down there, but Art Maggie is too.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with the walls. Do a check of just general knowledge of Arcana.
19.
21.
Nice.
Yes, 21.
So you know there are many spells to deal with water. You guys might not have one, but maybe there's someone else who does.
Nice.
Okay, Crick finish up in this cave. He can go back outside and tell everybody what he sees of Yog Sortheth and Phrasma being Age of Creation gods. He see lightning shooting through Artie. Perhaps Artie giving new powers. Artie see many things. He come in here. He remembering more stuffs. He was very powerful being. Artie has more powers to gain, I believe.
That's an interesting development.
So Crick comes back out of the hatch saying this with Artie, and Anders will notice that he is glowing from extra light cast from the light spell on him. On top of the light green he normally glows, and now there seems to be electricity sparking up and down the sword.
Anders, check me out!
Are you gonna zap me?
I don't know. Hold me. Let's see.
Oh. And just grab the blade firmly.
Oh, that's a good grip.
No shock.
No! Yeah, we're more powerful together! Do you know how much more demons we can kill with this extra damage?
Yes, this is quite nice. I like it.
Yeah.
You got more in you?
I think so. I remember a really powerful wizard resurrecting me, and he said all these weird spells. I can only remember one of them. It seems to be this was one of them, though.
Perhaps we can work to unlock more powers.
Indeed.
Yeah!
Also, a deal is fair deal. Anders,
We get to do it again. Let's do it.
please, one more time. It's only fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get zapped a little now.
Crick put out arm. He ready. He tap on spot. There's still a bit of blood going.
This is the best day ever. I got demon blood, wizard blood. I got fucking half-orc blood. Let's bring it on. It's been a bloody day.
And I shall run the blade on Crick's arm.
D4 again.
Plus D3.
Plus C3.
Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Crick, your arm is smoking a little.
This one is thing, but you know, everyone look at this spot. Ancestors very proud. This mark new powers for Crick. You will see. He will have new powers by morning.
Your arm looks a little cooked like a skillet sausage, Crick.
It's okay. This is what ancestors demand. They wish to give powers to Crick, but Crick must sacrifice.
Baelthor would like to go up and out and call over Randolph the Orange.
Aren't they gone?
Yeah, they left.
Are they weighted? Okay.
They
still up top.
specifically said they were waiting and gathering things and tending to wounds.
Yeah, because he was the guy that dealt with the moat or whatever back in town, right?
That's right. Oh yeah.
Cheech.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Good memory.
That was the connection.
Yes, it was.
Brilliant.
Is the spell create and destroy water though?
No, there's a spell called Control Water.
Is it controller shape?
Let's see here.
I thought.
Oh, dumbass 5th edition's shape. That's why. Because it's for
Easy with your dumbass 5th edition. All
I mean,
right.
it is, but
Advantage, disadvantage.
that's-
Greatest
yeah,
system
yeah.
ever.
that's the one. It's because my frost mage guy, he has the shape water. Yeah.
Yes, keep your bandage right there. Yeah, just apply a little pressure. And it was, what is it?
We're having issues down here, and memory strikes that you were in charge of water creation and control back in Betchland.
Yes, quite. And we should be making our way back there. I'm sure the moats are quite low, but did you investigate that area by chance? What did you find?
We did. It was a hatch. We managed to unlock it, and there is a room full of water.
Oh, you've come to the right place. Let me do. Yes. Keep applying pressure. Like, don't let me see you dangle on that. That'll cause a scar. I'm quite excited to see what lies below this area.
All right, come into the hole.
I shall enter the hole.
It's dirty in here.
Oh yeah, I quite know. I was down there, and some of it might be my fault. I'm sorry, but you know, who can hold a shit longer than a day? Not I.
Do we have to call you Randolph the Brown?
There's a lot of tasty lizards down there. You're shitting a lot. Oh my god. That's where those bones came from.
That's what most of our injuries were, picking lizard bones out of our anuses.
All right, I can definitely say I did not want to be here again. But what have you got going down? Ooh, a hole of 5 feet in diameter. I see, precisely 5 feet, and it is full of water. Well, I do have the spell Control Water, you see, and I just need a pinch of dust. Anyone have a pinch of dust?
Where would you find dust in this old hatch?
Oh, there's some right here. I'll just take this pinch of dust. So with my power, I should be able to lower it about 8 feet. So Randolph the Orange finds his pinch of dust nearby, and he begins to cast. Keep as much of that in as you want. And the water in the hole begins to sink 8 feet until there's only 2 feet left. What is down there?
It is a mural of time and destruction and death.
Well, let us go. Quit dilly-dallying. And Randolph is curious, so he will go down the ladder.
Yeah, I put my armor and stuff back on. I'll follow down now.
Yes, by this time, Crick is re-geared, and he also go down with everyone else.
Baelthor will be last.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You want me to rust me armor?
Another party murdered closes the
2
hatch.
feet now. No big deal.
Actually, I don't even know if I have. Do I have plate greaves? Was that part
You
of?
do now, because
I do?
now you have the full plate. Because we had the half plate, and that was the whole.
All right, all
That's why you
right.
have the mismatched armor.
You know, it could do with a rinse anyways after all that brain matter and viscera got splattered all over me. It's cold on the giblies there.
How cold is this water?
It's 2 feet.
Oh,
of
2
water.
feet? Okay, so that wouldn't touch the jublies.
I mean,
Unless he
not
dives down.
unless you're teabagging the water.
Well, let's rinse it off anyways. You know, it's been a few weeks. It could probably do.
He's crab walking, rolling around in the water just to clean off.
This must be what a bath feels like.
Clean me old smeghead.
You all have shrinkage. It's cold enough for that.
One cannot shrink what is already tiny.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
Mine's an innie now.
So as Randolph touches the ground and the rest of you start to come in, that yellow glow shines throughout all of the tapestries. Scenes of the cycle of life and death, depicted with unparalleled detail and beauty, unfold before your eyes. Amidst the celestial tableau, ethereal figures representing souls in transition float gracefully, their forms bathed in a gentle, iridescent glow. These spectral manifestations serve as a testament to Pharasma's role as a keeper of the dead, guiding souls to their final rest. As the divine imagery dances across the walls, a sense of awe and reverence washes over the adventurers, filling you with a profound sense of divine presence. You can all see what I've kind of described before. Each section of wall seems to tell a story, and on each wall at the top right corner is a symbol that has been seen before and described by Maggie to Baelthor, the spiraling comet of Pharasma. Travis, even though you've seen these pictures before, with the yellow light, you see scenes of a world brimming with life, where people and creatures thrive in a paradise. You see it animated this time, and as you all shift from one wall to the other, the mood shifts dramatically. The darkness encroaches, swirling shadows. It's all moving in front of you magically. The malevolent force reigns for a while, casting the world into chaos and suffering, and into the fresco, the shadow of it all. It is a dark purple dragon with its wings spread out. The wings cover the whole wall and disappear, and then on the next wall, the darkness begins to lift. Life starts to return, but slowly again. The artistry is so vivid, you almost feel the weight of time and the eerie presence of divine warning as you witness the delicate balance between light and dark, life and death.
Indeed.
And then it'll just restart again over and over. The longer you stay in there, it's like watching a short film or something like that progress.
At a museum.
Yeah. And also, just a reminder to our players who know this, well, their characters at least, and to the fans, that Pharasma was discovered by the people of the Adavan, the Gwarians, who mysteriously worship Pharasma even though they have no right to. It doesn't make any sense why they would. It seems so out of place. But you also know that they themselves discovered something long ago that changed everything. Might this be another connection? I don't know. I'm saying it, so probably.
This purple dragon, can Baelthor have a little think about it and see if he knows of it as a creature, perhaps?
It is in recent memory, so as Baelthor ponders this, it is the same colors that you saw on Redemption Day.
But the creature itself.
So you want to think about the dragon, Baelthor? You can roll a Knowledge Arcana.
Crick also is trying to think of these things.
Okay.
I can also roll a knowledge arcana.
Yeah.
Natural one. Bound to have one.
23 for Crick.
23 for Crick.
16.
So Crick, you're just scrolling through the knowledge of dragons and their ancient power. And even with your knowledge, you can bring up every color of dragon. You can't think of even a black one or a purple one, and to be the darkest of purples, like the light of Redemption Day, which you see, you can tell it's the same color that came from the Dragonspine Mountains. You know there's no dark purpley dragon. This is a dragon you've never experienced before.
These very strange creatures, but clearly is connected with Pharasma.
Dragon Spine Mountains. Big purple dragon. Big purple light coming from Grislania. Grislania's way.
It's clear that whatever's coming from Grislania is a precursor to the end of the world.
Or new beginnings, anyways, but yes.
Let me tell you, I can fucking believe it. After what I seen.
The question is, did the dwarves and the Saurians survive the first culling? Were they part of the revival already? And if so, how do we survive it? Can we? Can we stop it? Should we stop it? If it's a cycle and it's natural, it's part of the world.
This is amazing. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. There's a connection between the life and death of the world and some dragon and Pharasma, the harbinger of life and death. I'm speechless.
Well, Is there anything else here that people want to try to discover? I believe we found what we need to know. Mayhaps we begin going to the Betchland.
You may or may not know that Betchland itself was an ancient dwarven stronghold long ago. And this area was home to many such fortresses. I have always believed that Betchland holds even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. I suspect the ancient library within the Temple of Serenre contains such hidden knowledge. However, Father Alistar is quite protective of his library and is yet to allow me to explore its depths.
Maybe with these new knowledges, all of us should be going to this place and discovering some, maybe connections. Who knows?
I will go back to tend to the survivors. I should tend to them for a while and prepare them for travel. Before it gets late, it is getting quite dark.
Yes, of course. We should all begin going at least part of way, I believe, back to Betchland before we making camps. Remember, there are these nasty bits in these areas.
If we can make it back to our cave, perhaps we can rest in the same space we rested before.
Not bad idea. Very good, Baelthor.
We still got squatters' rights on that fucking cave.
And a couple of bat corpses to hang out the front.
Sure, as scarecrows, if you will.
Corpse crows.
Bat crows.
Feel like it's Halloween.
So Randolph leaves the hatch and he goes to tend to the survivors and make sure that band-aids have pressure on them. And I assume you guys are going to leave the hatch as well?
Yes.
Indeed.
So as Anders comes out of the hatch, you see young Anders at the very edge of the cliff looking at the mountains.
What do you say, boy?
I see the beauty of these mountains, Uncle. It is fabulous. I vow to protect, retake, remake Grislania to its former glory to guard such a beautiful place.
Well, it's a noble ambition, lad. I'll do my best to do my bit in seeing that through.
This is where we must part ways, Uncle. I must go to your sister, my mother, Tonya, and give her the news. And you promised to bring that demon head back and convince those communist fucking bitches in Betchland of the greater purpose of this world. You promised, yes.
I'll stand firm on my word, lad.
Then I will deliver the news to your sister. And a small request, Uncle.
Yes?
Do clean up some of the puke and vomit around you. Try to look your best for your sister. It was just a guess that you've been drinking for 20 years by your appearance.
I was talking about it after the fact. Yeah, I knew it.
And when you confirmed it, I have to admit I was quite disappointed. Just remember that Tonya has a tender heart, despite the fierceness she shows, and she would not like to see her brother like this. Maybe take a bath or comb the puke out of your beard a bit.
I make no promises, you can't really polish a turd, but I'll put in an honest effort.
That's all I ask, Uncle. I'll be making my way now, and I expect to see you in the future. We will come find you when the time comes.
Aye, you better have another bottle of that absinthe, lad.
Ha for sure, Uncle. We will celebrate again when we meet again.
Safe travels, lad. And you, do your best to protect me sister until I get there.
And he gives you one of those handshakes where you kind of pull each other in for the half hug. And in his hand is a note. And he lets go. And he nods to you. He nods to each one of you in turn. All the other adventurers around. I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes. It's good to meet you, young Anders.
Go well.
Stay well, Yandis.
I will. And he double somersaults off the mountain.
Bloody show off. Now, at least can we all come to an agreement now that I'm no longer old Anders, all right?
Well, no.
Did you get younger?
Oh, you sons of bit...
You're very clearly older than young Anders.
Travis has filled up some pots, and he turns that to booze for Anders.
Oh, man after me own heart.
You can just chug a giant pot of booze.
And you, Travis. I thought you were taking the piss at first, this whole dwarven business, but, it adds up now. I always wondered why, such a little man could hold his liquor so well.
Yeah, we're pretty hardy,
Yes.
Oh, and I guess I didn't say it down there, but if everybody could kind of, keep this close to the chest, I don't want anybody else really knowing what's going on with me.
What? He's a fucking dwarf? Get him!
Maggie, kill him.
Of course, your secret's safe with us, Travis. Not a problem.
Yeah, I really feel I can trust you lot.
Absolutely.
Everyone except this Baelthor character. No. Murdering asshole.
If I could do something in my power to keep Calamians away from more dwarves, I will.
Yeah, maybe it'll open some doors further for us along the way.
So Randolph the Orange approaches. The citizens are ready to return to Betchland. If you are capable of traveling or need any assistance, just let me know.
No, we are also ready to be leaving now, I believe. Yes?
Are the Cyclopses still waiting with them?
Yeah.
And shall wave goodbye to the Cyclopses and salute.
Oh, they're coming with us? Oh, yeah, right. We're going back to Betchland. No. Sorry, my bad.
Come on, man.
Andrews just leaves on his own.
It's like,
I thought we were getting help.
I'm going to Grislania.
alliance over. No, they're coming with us.
Yeah.
And for the record, it's Maelor and Seacab.
Yeah.
No, I call them Sikhs.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malor scroots a little lactating boob at you.
Damn it.
Yeah.
This cr-
And Travis makes it alcohol.
No, I already made the alcohol. I'll drink that milk.
It's like a Kahlua.
The same shit that Luke Skywalker drinks out of those horrible cow creatures.
I call this a white Russian.
White Cyclops.
So the heroes of Feyhaven descend the mountain with their new companion Baelthor and Randolph the Orange leading the 10 survivors of the original Betchland army down the mountain with all their supplies, couple spellbooks, and a vial of blood. And they start making their way back to Betchland. It starts to become late, and you guys find the same cave where you guys fought bats. We might call this Bat Country. And it is time to set up camp.
Oh, this good spot for it.
So we have so many people and Cyclops.
Oh, yeah. Where do the Cyclops go?
Yeah.
They not all have to fit inside. It's okay. There's lots of us. This is a good thing.
With this many people, I doubt the bats will attack again.
Indeed.
If I get some decent shut-eye.
I've heard Cyclops milk is a deterrent to bats as well.
Just go around.
Just a little around the edges. There you go.
Set up like a circle of salt.
Like apple cider vinegar.
Circle of salt for ghosts or
Sure.
So the cave isn't that large, but Alia, the elf who gave the cloak to the Cyclops bebe, Grimgrom.
Grub. Yeah.
Grimgrub. I'll never get that right. And she insists that the mother and child get the cave for protection. And you can see a connection growing with Alia. Keep in mind that Alia was the one that Benjamin cared about the least. One of the ones originally taken from Betchland. She seems to be the one that is trying the hardest to just make the Cyclopses feel connected, even though she was one of the first captured. And the male is a little bit drunk, so he just falls to the ground and passes out. And the rest of the citizens, Gorak Blagwar, Lyra Moonshadow, Zarvok the Cunning, Eldrin Starfire, Kyra Stormclaw, Rurik Earthshaker, Shara Windspear, all start making camp outside of the cave. And everyone is in good moods, and they're all just like not that long ago, they all thought they were going to die or be taken or be tortured. So they're all in good spirits. What do you guys do?
Anders gets drunk and challenges Sikhs to an arm wrestle.
Let's do this.
Come on, you big boy. What do you got?
All right, so you wake up Seeks, or what's his actual name?
Seacab.
Yeah. You wake up Seacab from his initial pass out, and you show him an arm. Yeah, and you're just like, and he's just like, ah. And those that can understand Giant will notice that he says, puny human funny. And someone can translate that for Anders if they want, or maybe they don't want to.
Craig just look at Anders like, Interesting choice, Anders. Go ahead.
And you guys both lie down on the ground and lock arms.
Are we awake still?
Yes, at
Yeah,
this point,
no one's asleep.
after Crick say this, he go to Baelthor. You see, once again, Baelthor, these are the adventures of this group here. We like to see strange things happening.
Anybody want to take? I got $1 on Anders here.
This is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Indeed.
It's also one of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
Yes, much like Biz.
No, sorry, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And like that, I'm going to sit over here and watch.
As will I.
Who's got a dollar match here? I got. Oh wait, you guys have nothing left.
Dollar? What is dollar?
I got a gold coin on Anders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
see?
will bet on Sikib.
Okay,
Appreciate it, Travis.
matching golds.
So even though Seakib is technically a pathetic cyclops, like he is quite small, but he's still much larger than you. And your little hand that's like trying to arm wrestle Shaq, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So you two lock arms. Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
14.
So you catch the sleepy Seakib by surprise, and you go down about 30%. Roll a strength check.
15.
So Seakib immediately gains advantage and overpowers you. Now he's holding 30%. Roll another strength check.
Oh no. 9.
And Seakib, with like a 26, pounds your fist in the ground. And goes, "Ah, beauty human."
I summon every ounce of strength I have. I call on Okrama, please.
You're already dead, buddy. Yeah.
I wanted to
And that was a 2 on the die.
Kirk laughing with Baelthor elbowing him.
Yeah.
You see, these good times of adventurers.
And
Wonder if he broke his elbow.
I hope not, but maybe we can heal him if happens. Travis, catch. Many thanks, Travis, for your gold pieces.
Worth it.
And Seakip laughs and goes back to sleep.
Anders, you want double or nothing?
Double or nothing.
What against you?
No, I was gonna go up against Crick for the.
You're gonna go
Money.
against Crick? Oh, for the money. Yeah.
No. Crick happy with his monies.
Yeah, just in case I win the next one.
So how does everyone prepare for the night?
And it's gonna take a nice long piss off the edge of the cliffside there.
Crick wishes to look through the spell books of the two wizard peoples. He read through them. Perhaps there's no things he don't know about. Not that he can learn from these spell books, but maybe something new he don't know.
So, Crick, you open up the wizard's spellbook, and they are both the exact same as you look from one to the other. And you read the following spells: Dancing Lights, Detect Magic, Ghost Sound, Mage Hand, Read Magic, Magic Armor, Silent Image, Grease, Color Spray, Create Pit, Hypnotic Pattern, Invisibility, and Staggered Fall. So, with what I think you're preparing, you can focus on one of those spells.
For each wizard.
Yeah, one per wizard. Well, you only have the blood of one of them.
He took both.
I took 2.
You took both?
Yeah.
You sneaky dog. So you get 2 of the spells that I just listed.
No. Crick must cast the spell of blood transcription while drinking blood within 24 hours of dead wizards to gain these abilities. But he wishes to look through the spell books to see if there are new spells for Crick to gain. So he don't know until he look through.
Yeah.
But he don't have this spell right now. He must have to prepare next day.
So you're going to have to prepare this spell twice.
If I wish to do these things, but this is why Crick read through spell books with read magic first.
Yeah.
To understand if maybe there is something to gain from these bloods of wizards.
All right, we'll come back to that later. Anyone else doing any final nighttime preparations?
Travis has learned a lot, and after opening up to his friends here, he's going to be journaling a bunch of that stuff, especially discovering the 2 new dwarves out there. So he's got some things to write about.
Baelthor will sort of pull himself off to the side, a little out of the way of as much as he can, away from everybody else, even though there's probably a lot of people in this small space. And he will pull out the journal, the same journal he's been writing in and you've been hearing the recaps from. But based on Travis's revelation and seeing his own journal, for the first time he flips back to the very first page of his journal, like the title page, I guess, or the first insert page.
Table of contents.
Sort of, yeah. And in the front it says 2, and then a name that's been scratched out quite heavily, Baelthor, underneath that. And at the bottom it says, from Majarathai, Aelthun, and Baden with love. And so as he looks at this book, he's just sort of sitting there staring at the first page, and just a tear just drops on the page as he sort of sits there for a bit.
And you keep this all to yourself?
Yeah, unless somebody's watching. That's up to these guys, but...
Would anyone be looking around? This is an optional perception check.
Crick was looking into spell books.
Yeah.
Anders was urinating off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a tear.
Travis.
And this was at a point during, so I mean, yeah, I would assume you're not pissing for 2 hours straight. Yeah.
Crick taking many times looking through all these books, so it takes him whiles.
Yeah, Travis is preoccupied as well, so he wouldn't be paying much.
No, that's fair enough. Everyone's setting up, and there's a lot of you as well, so there's not too much worry of one person looking in the distance and looking for danger. It's going to be an easy watch as well with so many people available, so we don't have to really concern ourselves with that. And Baelthor will keep his secrets. So just in a minor note that I said all the spells that the mage had prepared, but there are more spells that he knows from the spell book, as we've learned off air. So the other first level spells will be Magic Missile, Identify, Featherfall, Alarm, Charm Person, and Shield.
My sword has lightning in it now.
So cool.
It's zappy. Does that mean I can take my sword out and just tap people on the bum and give them a nice little shock like a kettle prod?
You have to do damage first. Yeah.
I have to damage people.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't be appreciated.
Otherwise, you'd just be shocked all the time. It appears that the Cyclopses are going to be resting, and I don't think it's fair to ask them to take a watch. And the citizens are still quite, injured, and it would be nice if you could stand guard over this night. If we could all just take a much-needed rest.
Cyclops has only got one eye anyways. Not much good at watching things, are they?
He could just crush you in an arm wrestle quite easily.
Hey, it's watching. We're talking about watching, not using our strength.
Fair enough. But if it's okay with you guys, if you could deal with the watches, and I will tend to the citizens and the Cycli.
You want to have an arm wrestle, Randolph? Is that what you're getting at?
Do you see me control water? Like, I am quite capable of
Think I'm
defending
old,
myself.
don't you? I see it in your eyes.
Would you like to take first watch, Anders?
Would you like to use my cane, perhaps?
Oh, that's it.
Anders is kind of drunk, so whatever the decision is on that.
Of course we could be doing these things. Not a problem. Crick will take first watch.
Maggie and I should take a watch in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Travis as well.
So Anders, you take the last watch then, as the light rises.
All right.
So night time begins, and Crick will have the first watch. An uneventful first watch, as I don't think there's many creatures ready to approach an army, essentially. It would have to be quite the thing and quite the role to intrude on this night, and Crick will pass the watch over to Baelthor.
Yes, he wake him up. No problem. Yeah, Baelthor, your turn. I go to sleeps now.
All right, I will spend a minute summoning Maggie back to my side. Let us take watch.
So Baelthor and Maggie will set up for watch in Bat Country on the edge of the cliff. So Crick takes his rest, and he enters an REM sleep as he enters into a state that he knows all too well. This state doesn't happen all of the time, but tonight is one of those times where the ancestors are coming for yet another message. He sees his brother Blark as he's seen before, but this time Blark has company. He presents yet another ancestor to Crick, an alien-looking figure, an amalgamation of all the Pathfinder races. One of Crick's ancestors is a Sovian. If you want to find out more about this, you're going to have to listen again next episode.
Crick's an alien.
Would that have only worked on
Saurian.
Crick? What?
Yeah, so what? So the fact that it was my blood actually
Yeah.
worked out because it was
That's
the only one that made it.
hilarious.
Funny because I was thinking that. I'm like,
Oh, baby.
So what
I was
wasn't the
gonna
sword
say, I'd be
after
like,
all?
Is anybody an alien? They didn't tell us either.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's lucky
cool.
too. That I didn't just get turned into a lizard.
Because if we thought it was a blood thing, and Andrew's like, okay, I'll do a little cut for Artie. He turns into a lizard.
Yeah.
Right?
It had nothing to do with the sword, I'll say that.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So I just lucked out and I wanted to bleed. Crick's will to bleed got us through that puzzle.
Weird.
To be honest, Baelthor was going to volunteer because he hasn't taken a single point of damage yet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not that I'm saying you should lean towards that.
It sounds like what you're saying is. Oh man, that's cool.